So hello everyone, welcome to yet another video, and this is the first video for our new segment. The segment is about DV successful interview experience, questions asked at the embassy, at the consular officer, and we are going to be sharing experience of successful cases for the DV category. So this will be the first video, and it talks about a family case, a family of 3. That's the husband, the wife, and a child. So stay tuned. If you want to learn more, I'll be uploading many videos, maybe on a regular basis, on the experience on the interview at the US embassies as different consulates. That is different US embassies in different countries, different regions. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys will learn something out of this. So with that being said, subscribe if you haven't, and always remember to smash that like button. And yeah, let's jump to our video right away. Welcome back, and this will be a DV 2020 successful interview for a family of 3. That is the husband, the wife, and a child, and it took place in the US embassy in Kenya, that is in Africa. And yeah, the interview was scheduled to be around 7 a.m. So I'll be taking you through this, and maybe you can read and see how the question goes through for those who have been asking about the family situations and all that. So here's a good example. So let's start it right away. We arrived at the gate at around 6:30, and we find others there. Our interview was to start at 7 a.m. So please guys, you have to be on time or before time. Don't be late, in short. So at 6:50 a.m. we are called to the main gate, and we are informed to leave our bags outside and any metallic object except the phone. So for those who carry bags along with them, please, you have to leave them outside. So only the phones and maybe the documentation. So security checkpoint 1, we sanitize, we produce the embassy invitation letter and the passport. They check with their list and they tick our names. A thorough check is done on us and our belongings, and we proceed to section security checkpoint 2, where we again sanitize, produce our passport, surrender our belongings for checking 2. The phones are withheld, and we are given a badge for recorrecting the phones. So at this point, you have to leave your phone at that point, and you are given a badge, for recorrecting them. So we proceed to the consular section. We sanitize again, security check, and allowed inside. They request the invitation letter and passports too. They give us a token number and a newsletter detailing our DV 2020 and what is required. We are led outside to the waiting bay, where a lady comes and informs us to arrange the following documents and their copies. So at this point, when you get to the reception, you'll be given a ticket number, whatever. They will check your documents and everything, and you'll be given a document that shows all what is needed, the payment fees and all that, the qualifications, especially for those who talk about the high school, they didn't perform well. At that point, you'll be submitted with a paper showing the qualification, the grades. So at that point, you will have everything. So for this case, they were requested to prepare for these documents, originals and their copies. So the first one was birth certificates, and remember, it's for everyone, the child and the parents. So birth certificates, KCSE certificate, this is for the main applicant. Police clearance certificates, that's for all. Marriage certificate, that's normal. And affidavit of support. So they were told to prepare for that. Okay, then they had to wait for like 40 minutes, and our token was called in counter number. He never mentioned that. So now the correction of document is taking place. A Kenyan lady requests documents and copies stated above, and they are okay. Our fingerprints are taken, and at this point, except the kid. So the parents' fingerprints were taken. She directs us to the cashier counter next. The cashier calculates, and the total comes to around Kenyan shilling 108,900. That's 330 for each US dollars. We pay, and we are directed to head outside for the waiting bay. So you pay, you get the receipt and everything, then you have to walk out and wait for the damn real interview. So that's it. Waiting for another 50 minutes, and our name is called into counter number 6. Now this is the real interview. The consular officer is ready. So from this point, we are going to check the exact questions that went through for this case. Remember, I said this is a DV 2020 successful case, and it was taken in the Kenyan US Embassy, US Embassy in Kenya, and it was successful. So the first question comes. Okay, we are waited for 50 minutes and our name is called into the counter number 6. The consular officer is ready. We are cool and composed, and at this point, ready for the interview. So now the consular officer asks a question. Good morning. Then they had to reply, good morning to Madam. Consular officer, welcome to the US Embassy Consular Interview section. Raise your hand and swear. You know, for the first thing they do is greetings, then the vows. You have to swear what you talk is true and nothing but the truth. So yes, we do. You have to swear for that. Consular officer, place your right hand fingers on the biometric scanner for the fingerprints. Then left and the derivative right hand only. So for the main applicant, you have to be taken both hands. Then maybe for the derivative right hand only, we comply and the fingerprints were taken. So that's the first point. You swear and the fingerprints are taken. So consular officer, which state are you going? This is a very simple question, straight to the point. Which state? Simple. You don't have to state the cities and anything, just the state. If it's New York, that's it. Washington, that's it. Whichever state you are going or you're intending to go, that's it. So be specific and straight to the point. So which state are you going? Just straight to the point. Who is so and so? You know, on your DS260 you had filled some names there. So for this case, they were asked about their host, and you know, he answered. You have to reply whether he's your relative, like he's my brother, he's my aunt, he's my whatever. Just simple, direct to the point. Okay, for them it was a close friend. The consular officer goes ahead. Does he work? Very simple question, yes or no. So for them it was a yes. Where and which position? For actually, guys, you need to have some information about your host, because sometimes they will have to ask you questions about them. So for them, they said yes. They had to name the company and the position. Straight to the point. When did you meet? When did you last see him or her? You know, when did you last meet? So you have to state it. If it's like 2 years ago, last month. If you have never met, it's all okay. Be truthful to your fullest. So that's it. Then the consular officer will still go ahead and ask maybe more question, and for them it was like, is he married? Now we are talking about still the host. Is he married? It's yes or a no answer. If he is married, how many children does he have? So you need to have all this information before you attend the interview. So if you have to, straight to the point. If he's not married, straight to the point. How long have you, okay, so now about the host information, it's over. Now he goes back to their lives or their case. How long have you been married? If it's 6 months, 5 months, 4 years, 5 years, straight to the point. When was your wedding? So remember, on your marriage certificate there are the dates. Those dates you should always memorize them. So at this point he had to answer August 20 what, that's it. Then thank you, whatever. The other question was, has any one of you served in the military? This is a very simple question. It's a yes or no. Has any one of you been outside the country? Yes or no answer. Very simple questions. At this point, the consular officer smiles and types for a few seconds. She peruses through the affidavit of support and she nods and smiles. Okay, the consular officer now talks. Okay, everything is okay. Your visa has been approved and congratulations. She proceeds on to inform us that we will not travel until the end of the year when the presidential proclamation elapses. She hands out to us 4 papers and the payment received. She informs us to pay the USIS fee before leaving. So that's the simple process that you guys should expect. It's not, you know, it's not that hard. It's just straight to the point and just be truthful. At this point we are smiling in a big way and we respond thank you and walk outside so happy. this was just an awesome case for the DV 2020 successful case. And the key point here, DV 2020, if you receive the green cards at this point, you remember that you have to travel only after the proclamation period is over. So that's it. I'll be sharing more videos on maybe one video is in 3 days, so that maybe you guys can learn more about the interview stories and experiences. So without being said, thank you for watching this video and see you in our next video. The DV 2020 successful case. And the key point here, DV 2020, if you receive the green cards at this point, you remember that you have to travel only after the proclamation period is over. So that's it. I'll be sharing more videos on maybe one video is in 3 days, so that maybe you guys can learn more about the interview stories and experiences. So without being said, thank you for watching this video and see you in our next video.